Hey guys, Madam Dodds. I want to give you a very important, I hope you listen all the way to the end, uh, video about how to navigate the Google Classroom, how it's going to be organized, how you'll find your assignments, a new website that I created for our class, and also when you actually get a daily assignment sent out from me, what to expect and how you'll know what to do. So stick with me here. So first things first is that very important is that you need to log in through ClassLink. If you have a Chromebook issued by the district, it is supposed to open right into ClassLink. However, if you're using your own device, the best way to get to ClassLink is you could go to the GHS website and scroll down to ClassLink in the quick links on the left-hand side. When you're in ClassLink, that's where you're going to get into your Google Classroom. So you'll find your Google Classroom. It'll probably be in a different place than this. I already have one open, so I'm going to head on over there. Oops, wrong thing. And it's going to open to a page like this. This is French 1, Class 7B. Now I have all different levels, freshman through senior, but this is going to be the same primarily for everyone, except French 4 is all going to be in French. This is the stream, like a Facebook feed type of thing. The only thing I'm going to post here would be some sort of announcement or a little check-in, hey, or something funny. No assignments will be posted in the stream. The important page is Classwork. So make sure you're toggling on over to Classwork here. Big difference between this last year and this year is that I have organized things into topics, what Google calls topics, to make it a little bit easier to find things. So first and most importantly right now is that you get very familiar with this attendance topic. You are required as remote learners, which you all are for 3 weeks, to do a Google check-in form every day that you have a class. So all of your A-day classes, you will have to fill out a check-in form for all of your A-day classes on A-days by 2 p.m. What time? 2 p.m. And that will show up here. Now these are scheduled, so they're light. They're kind of, you can't see them, but it will be a little bit darker when it actually pops up. It will pop up at 12:01 that day, a.m., and you'll have till 2 p.m. to fill it out. It's a couple questions. It won't take you long, but you have to do that. Otherwise, you'll be marked absent for that day. Next thing is I am organizing our instruction and assignments into week topics. So there'll be a week 1, which I kind of made a super week. I included the last 2 days of this week in with next week. And this is where you will find your instruction and assignments. So here's how that's going to look. On Mondays, everybody will get sent out a week at a glance. I'm going to call it a WAG. You'll get that by 8:45 Monday morning from all of your teachers for all of your classes, whether it's A-day or B-day. The week at a glance, we did this last year during remote learning, if you were with us, is a little different this year in that there won't be links on it, okay? Google Classroom is where you're going to actually find the links. The WAG that's sent out is going to be just an overview. Like Monday, we're going to talk about introductions, and your assignment is an exit ticket, okay? And that's what's going to be on the WAG. But to get to your assignment, you're going to have to come here. So for week 1, I haven't posted it yet, but I will post the WAG with whatever teaching slides there are for that day. And we'll get into teaching slides in a minute. Also in this week 1 topic, you'll find anything that is due. So this little notebook or clipboard means it's an assignment and it is due. So for example, if I click on this, syllabus and academic integrity signatures, is due on August 31st, okay? Student survey is another thing due on August 25th at 11:59 p.m., okay? So this is very important that you keep an eye on this, okay? I'm also, for each unit, each one of my classes, we study by units, topical units. First one is identité, and these are going to be where you'll find your resources, like your vocab sheets, okay, or videos. I might post some videos for different topics that would help you in this unit. So I'm going to keep these right here separate from your assignments. And then if there's anything that's like for the entire course, that might be a resource, like a link to my website that we're going to talk about in a second, or the syllabus. The syllabus has all the codes on it: Google Classroom code, Remind code, Duolingo code, Quizlet Classroom code. Okay, so if you ever forget those things, go to the syllabus and you'll find that. Okay, so that is the important thing. Now, a few other things. You also have a Google Calendar where if you are more like visual and you want to see what assignments you have coming up, you could click on this for your class and you would see, you can change it to a month view and kind of see, this is my calendar on here, so there's other things on here that won't be on yours, but you can kind of see what you have coming up. Okay, so the second thing I want to talk to you about is what's the deal with the website. So if you ever forget how to get to it, it is in the class resources. I'm just going to click on here. I have been wanting to do this for a few years, and the age of COVID has forced me to do this. So this is a Google website that we're going to explore the first day of class, do a little scavenger hunt. That has a lot of resources for you, and I'm going to keep adding to it. So this is my little classroom that I made. If I could design a class, it would look like this, with brick walls and a nice carpet. And my dog, I'd have my dog in my classroom. And this actually is my dog. This is Sunny. But everything on this little Bitmoji classroom is, almost everything is clickable. If you forget how to get to Edpuzzle, all you need to do is click here. I don't think it's working because I'm screencast. Oh, wait, I think because I'm screencastifying. But these are all clickable. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. So some things are very important, or I should say useful, and some things are just for fun. Like this little Paris thing, all of this stuff is clickable and you can learn some more things about Paris. So you can have fun just kind of exploring around Paris there. One thing I did want to point out is that I made a word wall because those of you who have had me in the past know that I have lots of things on my walls to help you guys with your writing and your speaking. And I thought when you're at home, you're not going to have that. So I tried to kind of recreate the word wall for you when you're doing any writing. And I still need to add a few things here. But know that that is a reference. If you are writing, if I'm asking you to write something or even to speak, use this, okay? You cannot use Google Translate. That is something that you're going to sign off on, you and your parents. It is considered cheating and you will get a 0. And I know that I can tell very easily when you Google Translate. I don't want to see what Google Translate knows. I want to see what you know. And even if it's messy, that's better than something that you think may be perfect from Google Translate. So anyway, so if you want to get to Edpuzzle or Flipgrid or Quizlet, and we're going to explore this a little bit more on the first day of school. So another thing, there's some important little need to know here. And I do want to show you over here, each class has a page. And this is important maybe for your parents because your parents aren't in Google Classroom like you. But I did post the classroom calendars so that they can see due dates. So if you see here, and I don't know why this time says 4:58 a.m. I think it has something to do with the settings, but this is that survey that I showed you, and it's showing up on the calendar. So if you forget where the syllabus is, you can access the syllabus here. I have a growing page of resources. If you need to practice any topics, like you're in French 2 and you're like, oh my gosh, I forget how to say hello. Here's some greetings. I forget the alphabet. Here's some alphabet. I forget numbers. Here's our favorite little worm videos. And then French 4, there's a bunch of great stuff for you guys about the AP exam, which we're going to be going over the first day of school. Also, a little bit about proficiency and how you're going to be graded, what's expected, rubrics, which I haven't loaded yet. And then a bunch of sites if you want to go learn more or read more or listen more. That's there. Okay, so that's the website. And like I said, I hope that if you need to get to something quickly or you forget where something is, you can come back here and you can use this as a tool. Okay, last thing, guys, is what do I do? Like when I get an assignment, how do I know what to do? How are you going to teach me? Because we are doing what we call asynchronous, meaning it's not live, okay, teaching. I'm going to be relying heavily on slide decks, and I'll probably use pair decks a lot, which are more interactive. But let me just show you, this is an example of the first lesson in French 1. So I would send this out, scheduled to go out the morning that you have class. So if it's an A-day, you should expect a French lesson in your Google Classroom under that weekly topic on that day. And so you start here. You open it up, and if it's a pair deck, you'll go through it. But if it's just a regular slideshow, I'm going to try and remember to put this avancé, which means keep going, go to the next one. So I want to start here because this is a very important page. This will be your first or second page in your slide deck every day that you have class with our agenda. So this is for jeudi 20 août, okay, French 1. You get some English help to start with. But there's 4 main things on our agenda. The I can statement, okay, or can do statement, je peux means I can. So these are the things that you should be able to do by the end of the lesson. These are our objectives, okay, our objectives. And really, it's really important that as you're going through the lesson, because I'm not with you, I want you by that end of the lesson to say hello, be able to say hello and introduce yourself in French, okay? So I expect you can cut to the end if you want and skip all the stuff in between and just try and do what's due. But you have to be able to do that objective. If not today, you'll have to be able to do it on a test one day. So you are just hurting yourself if you just skip to the checkbox that you have to turn in, okay? That's what you have to be able to do with the language by the end of the lesson. And you need to practice it until you can do that. Now the lesson. So I just have this here because maybe some days I might send you to a video or something, but today's lesson is you're just going to advance through these slides and do each things on the slides that it asks you to do. Now, I tried to use icons to make it a little bit easier. So the task is basically what your assignment is. And if it has a little Google Classroom there icon, that means it is in Google Classroom. It's posted in Google Classroom as an assignment, and that's where you can get it and you can turn it in. So the class scavenger hunt will be due, not today, but whatever day you are seeing this, exit ticket, and then that student survey. So These are the 3 tasks that will also be in Google Classroom. Now, important dates, on the bottom, would be upcoming things that aren't due today, aren't an assignment like a quiz or a test. In this case, I just put that the syllabus and the academic integrity form that are due on the 31st, okay? So you're going to kind of just go through the slides, do what they say. If there's a video, you're going to watch the video. Keep going. Like little brain breaks, because those of you in the 90-minute blocks, you need to get up and move around. Repeating the can-do statement. So okay, sometimes I'll put links to websites to go and practice. And I can't verify that you do that all the time. Some sites I can, and I will be able to see, but some sites I can't see that you've done that. But again, you have to be able to do the can-do statement. So you maybe have to do this to be able to do the can-do statement, okay? And that's our little check at the end, our little exit ticket, okay? So here's show me what you can do. And so you'll see that there is a little Google Classroom sign. So at this point, you would go to the Google Classroom and find that I can introduce myself exit ticket and do that exit ticket. And that is your task. That is your assignment. Okay. So, and then you'll get to the end. So key takeaways from that is assignments are posted in Google Classroom. Okay. Objectives are written as can-do statements. I can do something. You need to do the lesson as thoroughly as you possibly can to be able to do that can-do statement. And use my website as a resource. So I hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions, please let me know.